Kicking going. Back on the inside to Luke DePazzi as he sends a long one over the top. And Evans, Ayot Laifi, remarkable scene. Now Harry Bell over the top. And the Bull Sharks with the final say. And they are heading to a prelim final. They aren't underdogs anymore.
Yes, after an unforgettable week of semi-finals, now the Store Local Hospital Cup hits its penultimate round in 2025. On the outside, it's Messios! It's a Bond 1-2! Taluipi gets the offload there for the front rowers, and they link up. Harry Usher picking and going as Walters, he beats one! Inside ball! DePazzi's over! It's Bond! Barlow is over! For the first time ever, destiny awaits the Bull Sharks. They're heading to Ballymore for the Store Local Hospital Cup Grand Final.
Field of play, that's what they're playing for. The Store Local Hospital Cup field of grit. Here's Canham. Oh, gets a lovely ball away to Walters. Here it is for Bond University. They strike first. Their big second rower, Dylan Loader, dots it down. The breakdown is brilliant. Here's Ryan. Oh, ran into a big shot.
Campbell was it on? There it is there. Good Rainey. He likes that.
Another penalty advantage. This time they charge over. It's the captain. And they strike back and cut this lead to give Bond University the lead in the final. Pulls it over. It is over. The flags go up. Oh, and spots a little space up the middle. Samuela puts it on the toe. The speedster's out wide. Oh, wow! What a moment! Roberts! Hamish Roberts!
Nice little break here through the middle. Bang off the right foot. And then the touch on the kick was perfection. And what a moment for Hamish Roberts. He's been a star of this side for a long time.
Here's Busatua pulling his man inside. Busatua, David Busatua, brought down. Still there for Brothers. We're in the red. A metre out. Brothers, Wilson. We're going to keep it tight, Brothers. Wood pushing over the line. And it's been lost forward. It's been lost forward. That is full time here at Ballymore.
What an afternoon it was. What a weekend it's been of rugby. It's a big 2 weeks for these boys. The Wallabies win, the All Blacks win, and Bond are the Hospital Cup champions. Welcome into Play-by-Play Rugby Pod. Jordan Hughes with you alongside a couple of champions, alongside Jordan Lanack and Tyler Campbell. We tried this last week, didn't work, but we are back together. You two back to the land of living.
What do you call living?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're here.
Apologies for our last Friday's attempt at doing a podcast. Just wasn't. It was a bit under the weather, as some would say.
It's a fair game for me. I guess we'll get into it, but it has been a pretty crazy 2 weeks now. How are you feeling? Is it settled in yet?
Yeah, I think probably Monday was the first time it sort of felt real, if that makes sense. Like all of last week, it was obviously... we won it and I still couldn't believe it, and then obviously the celebrations followed. Went back to work Tuesday, Wednesday, and was still like, do we really just do that? And obviously Thursday, boys had a few beers, and then Friday into prize giving, sort of didn't have a chance to sit there, reflect, and actually let it sink in. And then earlier this week, I was sort of just sitting there like, we actually did it, and sort of accepted it now. And yeah, like obviously real proud of what we've achieved and where we came from to get there. So big season, and one for definitely for the history books and for the memories.
Plenty to break down. We'll get into it. I guess, how's your emotions? Your third premiership? Pretty cool.
Yeah, it was good. I think in terms of everything, it was probably the most substantial for me. Obviously, like we had a lot riding with the club behind us, and Gold Coast Rugby for that matter as well. Like as TC just said, I think it really only sort of set in the start of this week. As Tyler said, like this was kind of the first sort of day or two we haven't really had belated celebrations and things planning, and we had the Prezzo dinner and this and that, and still getting sort of calls from different media outlets trying to figure out the stories to write. So yeah, sort of yesterday and this morning was kind of a bit of time of pondering to realise what had happened. And yeah, as Tyler said, it's sort of in the moment and in the days following, I don't think we sort of understood sort of the gravitas of what we had achieved. But yeah, it's something massive, and it's still got to sort of pinch myself to sort of realise what's happened. But yeah, it's an unbelievable achievement considering where we were and the sort of struggles we had throughout the season, and everyone saying how shit we were and we're never going to get there, and even until the week of the grand final when we still weren't even in the conversation for the possibility of taking it out, and to do it like that was pretty special.
Won a comp. Got the photo for you, mate. We'll change it now. So
Perfect.
Good moment
He's
for
in
the lads.
No graphic, just the
Yeah,
photo.
well, baby steps. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Still
2026.
working on it. He's got a little sign there. Maybe we get the sign up too.
Yeah, we'll work on that. I guess we'll sort of work through a little bit, boys. 27-25 against Brothers. QPR grand final at Ballymore. It was a massive crowd. I guess the tunnels, the atmosphere, what was it like running out for you, obviously leading the team out?
Yeah, I obviously got first sight of that tunnel and was probably a little bit in awe. I don't think we've ever had a tunnel that size. Since I've been at Bond, definitely. I don't know if you've ever seen something like that.
Not like that, no.
I realised getting through it how long it was going. I actually think I got a bit tired by the end of it. I had to slow down the run towards the back end, and it sort of curved off. Lucky we were, they're on the right side we needed to be on for kickoff. But yeah, it was through. And then instantly when you come out and you see that support, you probably grow an extra leg and you get a bit more motivation. And it probably actually cost us in that first 10 minutes because we gave away 3 very dumb penalties off the bat. It probably had the boys a bit overamped, but once we settled in and you sort of had that behind you, it sort of helped you sort of get through those tough moments in the game and, you know, keep turning up to sort of where the action is and work that little bit harder even though you're tired.
Did you have the final word before they ran out?
I did.
Did you say something, you know?
There wasn't too much said because we were kind of on a strict clock. We had whoever was behind us, obviously, down was going, you got 30 seconds, 1 minute, whatever it is. So the timing was slightly off, but I couldn't tell you what I said before we ran out because everything was sort of a blur. Once that final whistle went or once the first whistle went, I couldn't tell you what happened in there. And then after the game, obviously, you didn't really reflect back on that. It was more reflecting on, I guess, the season and the carnage that followed in the changing rooms.
Yes, it did. For you, I was on the bench watching on. When Dill Lotus got that first try, a beautiful cannon went straight through. Walters at the back door. Did you get a sense, when did you sort of see, all right, the boys are on here? Did you get a sense of that early on? Or
I think it was even before that. As TC just said, like it was kind of a strange sort of run into the game because we got there quite early. Like I think we were there probably nearly 3 hours before kickoff. And then we had a really, really long sort of period of going out into the warm-up. Like I think we had our units meeting probably, over an hour and 15 before kickoff. So everyone was just kind of in the change rooms, just vibing, had music on. There wasn't really much being said, which for us was actually quite of a different picture because we're normally quite amped up in the change rooms and ready to go. But there was never, it was just like a calm feeling in the change room. Like everyone was ready to go and you could feel it, but there wasn't any sort of anxious energy. And I think, obviously, I've been in that change room before, with games before, and it was just a super different feeling. And then as Tyler said, the running out onto the field, I wasn't actually going to do the tunnel. Obviously, starting on the bench, I was just going to try and sneak my way out and go sit on the bench and take a minute. And as we came down the Ballymore tunnel and saw our tunnel go out, which was arguably bigger than Brothers, I was like, fuck, nah.
you got to enjoy that.
Yeah, I'm going.
100%.
Yeah.
It's a long run back to the bench to you too.
Yeah, I actually walked the way back.
And then obviously a pretty even first half. Was it yellow in the first half? We got one?
Yes,
Which one?
Dion Evans got yellowed in the
That's
first
right,
half.
Dion. And then that crossfield kick, Cartwright scored his second, I believe, and it was 15-7 at the break. A bit of a killer right on half-time. What was it at a half-time from Hino?
Yeah, to be honest, that sort of summed up Brothers as a team and sort of that championship minutes. If you watch it, we were actually about 2-3 minutes before the end of half. Sorry, I haven't actually watched the game back yet off the top of my head. We were actually attacking sort of around their 22. It was probably the second time. First time we went down there, we came away with points. Second time, we sort of went again, got a little bit bored with it, made an error, gave away a penalty, and sort of they had a line out. Noah Nielsen breaks, and then there was, I think it was another penalty or something off the back of that, and that led to that crossfield kick. And that was sort of a bit of a wake-up call and lessons, and you can't make those mistakes when you're down that end of the field because they will punish us. And it could have easily been the other way. If we score there and it's 14-8 half-time, we're probably a bit more confident, but I think that sort of woke us up and sort of pushed us into that second half the way we started. So blessing and a curse. We could have responded the other way, but we sort of responded well to that. Hino got us on the right page and said, hey, we've had no ball, which is true. We spent the whole first half kind of defending and sort of every time we had the ball, probably let our emotions get the best of us and pushed a few things and made a few silly errors.
The hit from you on Tim Ryan, you got up, juiced up. It was a good shot. You didn't miss him.
I was kind of laughing because the ref said wrapped. That's why I was giggling. And I said, look, because they were obviously yelling shoulder charge.
Yeah.
And my smile wasn't actually a smile at the hit. It was more of a smile of sort of giggling going, I've got away with that.
Were you sort of trying to wrap a little bit? Or?
A little bit. I did.
Yeah.
The intention was to hit shoulder first.
Yeah.
The arm was a little bit slow, but obviously probably snuck away with one there.
And then one I'll talk about, the 47th minute, you hit that hard line off Daniela. I thought you were going to go all the way. Did you lose your footing in the end?
Mate, I never had my footing.
Yeah, right.
It was kind of just a stumble and sort of was managing to get the bumps, which was enough to sort of hold me up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously, I think Tim Ryan and someone else got back and made that tackle a metre up from the line. And yeah, that was actually ended up being a big moment in reverse. I think we go right there. We probably score if you look back at the clips because all their team reloaded to that
That's
left.
when DePazzi kicks it left.
I got to apologise to Luke. I gave him an all-time spray after that.
Probably, but he probably would own that though as well.
Yeah, and it was a bit of the moment because that actually led to they got the ball back from the kick, came forward, and then LD got yellowed.
Correct.
So it was sort of a big switch in the game. I think we scored there. It could have been a bit of a different story because we'd obviously scored early in the half. We had a lot of momentum on our side. We could have scored again. And then it sort of probably ruined Hino's planning around the bench too because he obviously had to get Geordie on. I don't know if Geordie was scheduled to come on at that time.
I was warming up.
So it actually might have worked out. But obviously losing an extra back again. We lost 3 backs in that game. Had to take Rocco off, sort of changed our game plan and how we played the game a little bit the back end of that half, or that period of the half.
So your try came after the yellow card? Before. So you
just
scored
after
that.
halftime.
That's right. So 15-14, you just barraged over. Bit of a money wave? Is that what you were going for?
Yeah, it was meant to be a fins up, but I was getting grabbed as I was doing it. So it was looked more like a salute than a bit of a wave. And a bit of story was obviously with Cullen behind that, but it's a bit of an inside joke, so we'll keep that one.
He was good. Well done. And then, as you said, Daniela, second yellow card in the game, brings on our man, Jordan Lanack. What were you thinking when you came on?
I'm going to get yellowed too.
Yeah. I saw Tyler's hit and I was like, precedent's been set. No, honestly, I wasn't really thinking a whole lot. I was pretty clear with what was going on. We had a really simple message from the coaches going on. Just get back into our sort of system, like just play around the corner nice and quick and keep it up a tempo. And we kind of did that for a couple of minutes and then we got a bit disrupted again. But yeah, there wasn't really much going through my head at all, to be honest. I felt pretty good. It was calm. Everyone else out there seemed calm. The only message that was coming from me, particularly as opposed to coaches, was just a message of we've got this. Like everything that we were doing when we switch on was working. We just need to pull ourselves together a little bit, get back to our skeleton of what we've been doing all year, and we'll be fine.
So then it went for a bit of a seesaw contest. They scored, then George Blake scored. So that made it 20 points to 19. 65th minute, Luke stepped up for the kick. Straight away you said points?
Yeah, right in front, 40 out, and the way the sort of game was going, I thought we actually don't think we had a shot.
I don't think so.
Or in sort of that range. We had one out to the right. Also, it was a bit more of a risk once it crosses that 15. But I thought right in front, 40 out, and sort of asked him if he reckons he had the legs, and he said yeah. So just gave him sort of that opportunity to take those points. And I also thought at that point, the way the tempo of the game was going, a lot of boys were stuffed on both sides. And normally, if you're going up against maybe a slightly bigger team, you'd probably look to put the hammer down because I'd back our fitness, but I knew brothers would compete with us in that fitness, so I thought that rest was also a good chance for us, made or not made, to reset and sort of get back into our groove to go again. Because I think we need a bit of a reset there because I was a bit flustered for a bit. Like I took the last carry, there was obviously like the pass from Dion and the other Dion. We were pushing a few passes, they came off, but in other scenarios they might not. So I just thought we needed a bit of a reset there, and Luke obviously stepped up and knocked it over, which always helps.
22-20, 66th minute. Then we get to the 67th minute, boys. Jordan Lanack, Tim Ryan, shoulder charge. Just talk me through that firstly.
What were you thinking?
Again, I probably wasn't.
So late.
Yeah, it was. We were
And tucked.
Yeah, and tucked. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing I'm going to say that's going to justify what it was. There was a moment just before I actually made contact where I was like, look, I'm this far into it. I'm going to do it. We'll just see what happens. not thinking it was going to be a yellow. I was definitely like, oh, you know what? At least I'll put a shot on one of their probably key players and set the tone, and it kind of backfired on us in a bit. But again, as soon as it happened...
What's your initial thought? Are you thinking, oh, God, could have lost the GF here? Like, what's your mindset?
There was never a point where I was like, that's the game, done.
Yeah.
I was like, at the very least, as I just said, I was like, look, I've just put on a pretty good shot for a little fella. This might just be a bit of as Tyler said, we're kind of back and forth by that point. We just had the kick to sort of settle it before then. Maybe this is something that might get the boys up a little bit. Obviously, we put ourselves under a bit of pressure. But there was no point where I was sitting on the bench where I was like, oh, this is...
You still had confidence?
Yeah, I was quietly confident the whole way through.
Now, what were you thinking?
Well, the thing is, I didn't actually see the tackle.
True.
I was on the other end of the field, and when he blew it up and I come over, and I thought it was repeated infringements. I was like, we haven't been penalised in ages. Like, there's no warning in the second half. And he goes, no, mate, it was late, shoulder charge, no arms by 21. And I've kind of gone, that doesn't sound like Geordie, doesn't really.
That's not 21, you sure? Right
No,
number?
I was a bit confused going, Geordie's hit something. But then I was like, yeah. But I honestly looked at it after the game and was like, I'm so glad I didn't see that, because I reckon I would have sprayed you on the spot.
Yeah.
And been like, what were
That's
you
why I
thinking?
asked, yeah.
So it worked out all right because I didn't actually get to see it. But when I watched it back, I think it might have been your clip you put up, I was like, oh, that's pretty bad.
It was pretty warranted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Tim Ryan ever do to you guys? He's a good guy.
Hey, nothing. Mine was legal.
Yeah, true.
I was just playing rugby.
Poor bloke cop two with it.
I just saw Tyler do it, so I was like, oh, I got to try and one up this.
Yeah, okay.
Especially after all year, everyone talking about how I can't tackle. Like, I can tackle. It's an active choice to not do that.
Yeah. I
Two
like it.
tackles in 2 weeks, both late. One on Eli Pills and one on Tim Ryan.
Yeah.
Both good.
Premiership winner. That's all that matters.
Exactly. Winners win.
But then I was concerned. 69th minute, Dre Pacquiao scores. They go up again. The clock was ticking away. What were you thinking when they scored, when Dre scored? You thought still had time?
Yeah, I was like, we've got time. The boys
Yeah.
will get... Again, once we got down to their end of the field, of the, I'm going to say probably 7 entries we had into the 22, 5 of them at least, we came away with points. So
Yeah.
I just thought, as long as we just do what we've been talking about doing for the last week, get down there, apply some pressure, let them sort of try and overplay, because at that point they were kind of doing what we were doing maybe 15 minutes before. We'll get retention of the ball back, we'll score, we'll go back, we'll catch the kick-off, game over.
Yeah, because you were sitting right in front of me when it yellowed. I think I remember getting a bit of a look to you and like you seem calm, you seem confident. So we sort of just see how it played out. What'd you say the lads under the sticks when Dre scored?
There wasn't too much panic, to be honest. I just said we talked about kicking the Dion, obviously getting the ball back. Obviously he's a kickoff specialist, and I think we'd got a bit of success there earlier in the game where he'd gone up and got it, and then I was just like, okay boys, all right, next job, we're still in this. He's missed the kick. We've just got to score. I remember running back, going to the ref. This is where it gets funny, but I was like to the ref, oh, is the clock right? And he told me yes. So I was like, okay.
What was it at then?
75.
Okay.
So I was like, sweet, there's 5 to play. We kick off, obviously they drop it off that. Originally I blew up because as Himmelpour dropped it, he sort of went for it again on the ground. I was like, hang on, that's a penalty. He can't play that on the ground. And the ref's like, oh, mate, I saw the knock on first. I didn't see anything wrong with it. And then it kind of backtracks from there. Well, I thought then we got done at the scrum penalty. We go back again, and then Monty up, to his credit, and I hope he got safe travels back to England. But he got the scrum, he gave away the scrum penalty, and managed to come back and get us the ball back with a pilfer. People at the time probably questioned why I quick tap. My thought process was everyone was lax, but also we didn't have a 9. True. And we're going to go to a line out, and it was going to make set piece. Like trying to coach Dion on the fly. I just thought Dion with his skill set on Oztag and obviously stuff like that, just getting him to the ruck and playing was going to be our best bet. And I backed us that we just got our hammers on and went 20, 30 phases and played a bit more tempo. We'd hopefully find our way there or get a penalty closer that we could put in the corner because our rolling maul was obviously strong.
Yep.
But as we saw it play out, it ended up being a little bit more miraculous than that.
Let's get to it. Just over halfway, Dion Samuel was at 9. Just only something he could do.
100%.
Feet. I don't know if you saw Will Wilson like fully missed him and fell on his knees, one of those ones, and then he went straight through the kick pinpoint. Roberts finishes the job.
I'll be 100% honest with you. One of the best skill sets there.
Yeah.
But when he kicked it,
you're thinking
I couldn't, because Hammer's back with me almost. We're like a good 10, 15 metres behind Dion when he kicked that. And if you go on Huddle, there's actually a view someone clipped where he is just on the edge of the frame, and when it's kicked.
How
and
far
just
back he was.
How quick that man is.
Yeah.
I think it's a blessing having both him and Dion coming off the bench. He just comes flying through, obviously got the perfect bounce, and that's when you're sort of like, was it meant to be? And comes through and scores. But then this is where I was a bit confused. The ref obviously said 5 minutes. There was no stoppages in that time or time off called. And as we score, we obviously celebrate because it's 80 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
And then I remember turning to him, is that it? Is that it? And he goes, oh, there's going to be time for a kickoff. There's 30 seconds. This is before Luke's even kicked. I was like, can he run the clock out with the kick? And he goes, no. Like, so I'm sitting there going, oh, no.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. And obviously we've been in this scenario with brothers last year.
Yep.
Was a good example with Ladies' Day. But when we didn't win that kickoff.
Yeah.
was
So
like-
just on Hamish, obviously, he's probably the only person in the team that could score
I
that
reckon
try.
in the comp.
Yeah.
How
Unbelievable.
quick he is.
Yeah.
I think it couldn't have happened to a better bloke on our team to seal that deal
Yeah.
as well.
And he's had a tough year with his hammies as well, and to do that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Other thing was that worked in our favour was he was fresh.
Yes.
He'd have been on the field for less than a minute. So obviously he was ready to go full noise
Facts.
too.
Yeah. What a moment. Then we get to that kickoff. We lose it. They get it. They shift it. And then the big fella here working so hard on Fusatua.
I got all the way there,
You did.
Just
and
blown
that was
out.
it.
Yeah.
I worked so hard to get
Absolutely
there. I
busted.
put my hands up and got palmed and went,
Oh, no.
oh, I forgot this guy's fresh. And
Yeah.
I thought that was it.
Yeah, so
And
did
then
I.
we go again.
then-
Dion, another one that's not known for his tackling, but obviously came up clutch in that game. Not known as a halfback, not known for his tackling, and makes a perfect one-on-one legs tackle 2 meters out from the line.
Fusatua is 6'4", 5". He's huge.
He could have reached out.
Yeah.
and put
I
it
think
down.
Dion might have tripped him with his nose.
And I think if you don't know about Dion, he came back from a shoulder dislocation. And that was that shoulder he tackled him with as well.
Can we confirm where he dislocated his shoulder, though?
Well, I don't know what happened.
Did it at Oztag.
Oh, where? Sorry. Yeah.
No, but full credit to Dion. That was unbelievable, and sort of come the moment, and he sort of made sure it happened.
And even that tackle, I thought, oh, here we go. They're still going to score here.
Yeah.
And what are you bet? A metre out?
Yeah, well, I was expecting a flick or something from Fusatua too, but Dion chopped him so hard, just threw everything he had into it, and he just hit the deck, and
Yep.
yeah, we get away with a bit of
And then
luxury.
was it Urquhart? Little bobble at the back? Or
Yeah, that was a Josh Kenham hand.
Yeah. I
I
thought,
put my hand up, brothers. We got lucky there. Josh Kenham sort of got his hand in and flicked
well,
it,
yeah,
and
was
then
it? Yeah.
caused a little bit of bubble at the back, and
Joshy Cannon.
Joshy Kenham.
That's
mate,
footy though, isn't it?
Yep, that's it.
sometimes you got to get away with what you can, and the ref confused me. This is the bit that I couldn't believe when he called the knock on, and I remember sitting there like I was on I was on one knee, and I was like, "Is that it? Is that it?" And I think he must have known the crowd was about to jump over that fence.
Yeah.
because he actually walks towards the 22 and takes a good 5-10 paces before he actually blows the whistle.
So you get out of there.
So we're sitting there going, is that it? Is that it? Like some boys sort of clicked that that's it. And then he finally blows it. And then it was just obviously like a tsunami of Bond
Well, I think
spectators.
everyone on the hill had one leg over the barrier already. So that ref was definitely like, I need to get out of here ASAP.
yeah.
The funny, if you watch the security guards staying there and they're doing these ones, like, no chance.
That's the definition of you can't stop all of us.
Yeah.
It
You
was,
might get one.
it was
but you're
unbelievable,
not
those
getting
scenes.
100.
Who was the first guy you sort of hugged or you saw first?
I actually looked up first and put my hands on my face because I genuinely just couldn't believe we'd actually done it.
Yeah.
It was like, there's no way. And then when I actually took my hands down, the first person standing there, and it couldn't have been a better person, was Justin Bernstein.
Yes.
And I was just like, and he just goes, and we just obviously like big hug.
Yeah.
And it couldn't have been a better bloke to obviously see 200 games from the club, someone that's been there since the
Seen it
start
all.
in 2014 and
Yeah.
never got to witness a first grade championship. And you could see his emotion and instantly set me off. I was trying to hold the tears back. And
Yeah.
I actually had to leave those celebrations. Like everyone came in and I was sort of the Juzzy. Once Juzzy came, I sort of snuck off and started just shaking hands because I just couldn't process what had actually happened. Like I know
emotion
it's
of it
also
all.
doing the right thing, but it's also like, I need to get away from this. Like,
Yeah.
I don't actually know what's just
It
happened.
was just shock.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
where were you?
Simbin, yeah.
I was running in, just full tilt, straight for this just massive
Who'd you see
pile of
first?
people. Well, I was running so fast, screaming. I think I grabbed Ben Toulis on the way past, kept running. As I got close enough to like everybody, looked over my left shoulder and got absolutely flattened by someone coming the other way. I was just on the ground, just screaming.
Yeah.
And someone finally like picked me up, and yeah, it was just all on. So I actually don't know who I saw first, but whoever it was got me good.
It was good scenes, and everyone was amongst it. I was trying to find you for the interview, and I was like, "Where the fuck's Tyler? Where is he?" And I was doing laps.
Well, yeah, I
I
generally walked away from it, walked around, and then came back in. And I think that made it a bit worse because no one had really seen me. Because I'd gone and shaked hands and obviously done the right. Because at the end of the day, we went to war with them for 80 minutes. And I was like, I need to...
A lot of respect between the two clubs.
I need to take this opportunity as well to shake hands. I think Sheriff kind of did the same because he was in the same boat I was. He was on the bench, but he didn't even run in because he couldn't work in. You probably saw that emotion in his interview, and shout out to him for swearing on live TV.
Reese?
Yep.
Did he?
Watch it back. It's just a quick little subtle one, little F word.
I did not hear that at all.
We walk around, and then obviously I come back in, and no one had actually seen me yet. So by the time you got to me to do the interview, it was as I just got back in, and that's when obviously the VC comes in, crowds, everyone's pulling me around,
Yeah, I get to
celebrating, and I was just like, oh.
It was really hard for me 'cause I was trying to find you, but then also like celebrating. People were like grabbing me as well, and I saw this through the girls and whatnot. So I was like, fuck.
I actually think before I ran on, I grabbed you first when you were at the...
Yeah, still on the sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had 2 jobs in my head. I had to get this done first before I could celebrate.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was unreal. And then I get to that, obviously, shout out to Marty, I said, because he was lead sideline, and normally he gets the first interview, and he said, no, you have this. So he let me have the first one with you.
That's awesome.
Which was very special, obviously, for me. It was pretty cool.
And he obviously got Hino.
Yeah.
He went straight to Hino.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was sick. But that moment when I got to chat to you, we got one question in, and it was you and Belly, I think, grabbed me, and then who grabbed you?
Oh, the VC. I don't even know. Harville was there. There were so many people just... Like, I was getting yanked as I was doing the interview. Obviously, the VCs picked me up, and then I ended up just being dragged straight back into the middle of the celebrations.
It was so good. I remember looking up, and I just see your nose, like, yeah. It was unreal. So I'm gonna try and get the footage of, because it cuts away on the broadcast, but I want to get the uncut where we just disappear into the mob.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. And Nico behind us, he's like, bull shark.
Yeah,
going
that
nuts.
started too. The chant started. I was sitting there going, I couldn't even think when you were asking me the question. Like, I was trying to thank brothers, but then I was trying to actually process what happened. It was pretty hard to actually construct a sentence at that moment. It's hard in general, but
you did very
a bit
well.
harder then.
Yeah, it was very cool. And then, as you mentioned, obviously Sheriff, he was almost in tears. Like, it was pretty cool.
I know, he was in
Yeah, he was in tears.
Yeah,
he was a mess.
I think by the time you got to him, he'd sort of simmered a bit, but he was crying as soon as that final whistle went.
That's why I wanted to find him, because I knew how much it meant to him as well. Pretty special. And then we get to the man of the match, mate. Tony Shaw medalist. Oh, so you didn't hear it, did you?
No, I had no idea. I thought I was going up to do a captain's speech. Because obviously I think Will Wilson went first when that happened. So he spoke, and we did our little chant in the middle of the field. Came in, I was talking to Sheriff, and then I was trying to listen, but because obviously it was going through the Channel 9, which is funny because we're like yelling into the mic.
Yeah, it was stupid. So they didn't have
we could not hear.
They didn't have the
anything on
stadium
field.
mic on, but it was just for broadcast.
Yeah.
Which is stupid, but anyway.
So we couldn't actually, you can't hear yourself because obviously there's a lot of noise going around and people yahooing and whatnot. So when I went up, I've gone up like to walk to the podium, and as I did it, you hear, what's the head of Pete go, Tony Shaw medalist, mate, and shook my hand, and I was trying to remember what that was.
Yeah.
Because I knew obviously
So I
there's
was sitting there going, "Who's Tony?"
Which one's that one
My name's
again?
Tyler.
no, Tyler.
Well, I didn't know it had there was like a name to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously got the Alec Evans,
Yeah.
which you see a lot of, but I didn't actually know there was the
Tony Shaw,
Shaw.
like Queensland legend. Yeah.
Found out he's obviously an ex-Brothers guy too.
Yeah, yeah.
No one apparently for kicking people in the head.
There you go.
That's what he's famous for. Someone gave me a bit of backspill on it.
Okay.
So I've gone up, and you see me there going, oh, and then they're giving me the medal, and there's Johnny just there, and I sort of processed that I'd been given the man of the match, and it was actually it helped when the sign came over that said player of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of worked out what was going on then.
Yeah, how good. Like that, I know you, like, just reflecting on that, obviously, you know, the double ACL, your story of Bond, it must have been pretty cool.
Yeah, 100%. It's always nice to sort of get recognition, obviously, for a performance. And obviously this one for me was obviously the big one. Coming through all the Gold Coast juniors. I think I was captain 13s, 14s and 15s breakers. So to come back, 11 years later, I think, since I last wore a Gold Coast jersey, would have been 2013, 2012? It's 13 years later. There you go. 13 years later, to have that jersey on of the team that represents the Gold Coast in that comp, and obviously come away with the win and be a captain in that was pretty special. and then obviously get recognised for a performance in that game. Obviously, just sort of added to the moment, and it was pretty hard not to get emotional when you're trying to keep a steady head at that time. To obviously got to speak and everything else, and make sure everyone's sort of organised to receive their medal. So I was obviously very stoked with that, and just the day in general, really.
Very cool. Geordie, as I mentioned, number 3 for you. Sure, that's going to be at the top.
Yeah, definitely in terms of the accolades that we've gone through, like obviously as Tyler's just saying, and the rundown, like we've both played in big matches and big competitions and games and all that. But that one's gonna hold a pretty special place for me. As I think obviously growing up on the coast and playing alongside TC since we were 12 or 13 or whatever it was.
Something stupid like that.
Yeah, long time ago.
Getting old.
To have him next to me as well, it was pretty special. I was actually trying to find him for ages in that mosh pit.
I couldn't find myself.
He was disappeared, so I think that's when I started just trying to cause carnage with everybody else and came and grabbed you and whatever. But very, very special. Massive for the club, big for me. And the families down here as well. I think that's something that kind of everyone's brushed over. Like TC's family was there. I had my extended family there. When I looked up in the stands afterwards, when everyone was kind of coming down, I was just seeing faces from every one of our boys, and had 3 or 4 people around him. So it was a big day.
Not just that. Not even. I didn't actually know at the time like the amount of people that had come up from the local comp to watch. There was obviously a lot of local people watching the game too. Like I received messages from people I hadn't spoken to in years. Received messages from guys that play in the local comp. A few of the colleges boys turned up to the clubhouse on Sunday as well. They'd been down at Byron watching it, so they waited for us to get back and then Ubered in, and then it was just a lot of like old coaches, old people that have been around the Gold Coast that were sort of sending messages, and I ended up with like 192 follow requests.
Yeah, well, you got plenty of love on the socials. It was unreal.
And it was from people, actually, a lot of them was like people I hadn't seen in years. That I'd played junior footy with, or was coached by, or had some sort of association. They were obviously following and then sending messages through. So that to me put in perspective actually how big this win was for Gold Coast rugby. And you look at someone like Rocco Gollings. He's never seen the Gold Coast win. He wasn't even born, I don't think. Was he 21 yet? No, he wasn't even born.
Spot on.
So like for me, I moved over in 2009. I'd never seen a Gold Coast team win the QPR. So it sort of gave that perspective how big this was, and how it can sort of, I guess, build the Gold Coast rugby comp even more. Obviously, that's been growing. There's been a lot of good stories coming down there, and hopefully eventually we can keep expanding on that pathway I've talked about. We saw a little bit with, obviously, Paddy Barlow and Dane Mason coming through, and I think the ideal goal is a bit more seeing the stuff we had with Myers this year. Obviously, he was playing for Bulls, but come up when we needed him, played a few weeks, and then was able to drop back down once we sort of got through those injuries and go be a better player, I guess, from that experience as well. I just think it's going to help grow the game, and hopefully we can have a bit more of that connection over obviously next year, but build that over the next 5-10 years, that we are a dominant force in the comp, that eventually we're going to need 2 Gold Coast teams to make it a bit fairer.
Bloody oath. I love it. Well said. Also, I got Sean Maloney to send a little message in.
Yes, I've actually been talking to him.
Yeah, I just saw on the shows. He's like,
buds now.
Tyler Campbell, my new favourite player. He loves it.
He actually messaged me the other day because he obviously bumped into Nongsy's mum.
True.
She's like, she's a legend. Like, sent me this big message. So, there's been a bit of back and forth between me and him this week. It's been good.
There you go. Love it. It was all good times. And then I also went back to the club. Pretty fun night.
Great bus trip.
Yeah, it was a very good bus trip.
I can imagine.
The hour in the shed, so obviously it's been an hour and a half. We actually, I don't know, we might have spent longer.
It was
than
longer.
An hour.
I feel like
it was meant to be an hour, but we were in there for a long time.
Hino did his speech, and every player was...
Yeah, obviously Hino did his thank yous and stuff like that. Obviously talked about every player and what they meant to this team, which I guess added to that moment. But also, you can't take the trophy with you. I think we needed a crowbar to get it off some of the boys, so it couldn't come back on that bus. We found it's valued at $75,000. You got to take a security guard with you.
There you go.
It's been around since the 50s or something.
It's a cool story.
So we obviously embraced that moment. Look at someone like Dill Rowe. I think he had that thing is slightly indented from how hard he was hugging it.
Yeah, that's probably one of the all-time photos I've seen as well.
And for him, like, he started this comp in 2009.
Yeah.
He played his first grand final in 2009 against Brothers and lost, and never saw another grand final or won the comp.
Who was that for?
Souths.
South.
As a teenager.
There you go.
So you think, what's that? 18 years, 19 years later, he's been in this comp. He's obviously done a bit of travel, played for Croatia, been down to Canberra, moved around to come back in would probably be close to his last season. I don't know if he's going to go another round next year and finally get that win. It just showed how much that trophy meant, and probably put into a bit of perspective for the younger boys that obviously had their first or second season that have won it, actually how big it is and how much of a challenge it is to actually win one, and probably made that achievement a bit greater for them as well.
Yeah, and one's winning one, they're trying to get back to one. Like it's pretty
It's
rare.
a whole new ball game we're not going to talk about yet.
Besides you, you find a way to sneak you into a couple of GFs. Okay, so obviously big celebrations. I was with you, went to the club, went to Rabina Pav for a bit. I pulled stumps at 3 a.m. When did you get home? Was it? I've heard it was Wednesday.
No. Actually, my first sleep was 12 p.m. Monday night.
Okay.
So, yeah, we had a bit of luck where a lot of people, obviously, we hadn't actually organised anything properly for Mad Monday. I think we were trying to go back to the club after Rabina Pav and got brushed out the door.
Yeah, we got in there for an hour or two.
Sort of we knew the lights at Bond Pirates were going to be on that deck, and we had a bit of, what are we going to call them? Alcohol? We'll go alcohol.
Yeah.
That we sort of stored up, so we chucked that and took that down to Bond Pirates. We're there for a bit, and sunrise came up. We moved just to a house for a little bit, and then we were lucky that Paul Hayes, legend of a bloke, owns an alcohol distillery at Red Roo.
Yeah, that's the one.
So if you here's a bit of business promotion.
Yeah.
If you're looking to get some alcohol in your Red Roo,
Yeah, it's bloody good.
tastes great. Australian made.
Yeah,
That's what we want. Australian made vodka, always promising. And he opened up his distillery, which
that's cool.
meant more free alcohol.
Yep.
And we sort of drunk in. Boys sort of came in and out that day. Boys that had obviously gone to sleep earlier in the night came back. There was a few of us that decided that sleep was for the week and sort of chilled there. But yeah,
Boardman comes to mind.
Boardman was like 3, 4 a.m. on a Tuesday.
I reckon
I
Boardman.
don't know how
He
he's got more ticket than anyone I've ever met.
I reckon he slept a total amount of maybe 15 hours between
Seeing him-
Saturday night before the grand final
Absolutely.
and the presentation.
Did you see him Friday night? It looked a shell of a man.
Yeah, we played golf on Friday
That's right,
day,
yeah.
and he still hadn't slept from
Full
Thursday
disclosure.
night.
Jesus.
Yeah, me and Bordeaux, we pushed the boat a bit on Thursday night.
Yeah.
No work on the
That's
Friday,
right.
so
Yep.
went to the Life Saving Club, and then we ended up at the Bear Garden and Surface, and then we ended up at the Pokey Room because it was the only place in Surface that was still open. And then left there at about 4 or 5 a.m. and had some drinks at his house and wrapped it up at about 7. He was at golf at 9. And
Yeah, I lost a valuable member of my golf team because of that.
yeah, I was meant to be here at 8:30,
You were. That was the plan.
but I sort
that's
of
right, mate.
stumbled in a bit
Boy, around
earlier.
That time.
Would
Yep.
you say later or earlier than expected?
Either
Oh,
way.
that works. Yep.
Yeah, so. And then obviously had to front up and do it again Friday night awards.
And then we'll finish on that. Obviously, a hell of a week. Friday night awards night, presentation night. Or was it a fun night?
Give Bond their credit. One thing they do really, really well, obviously the clubhouse and stuff doesn't allow us to do too many club events, but we do a good awards night.
Yeah, we do. Have
Food
good
was
awards
great.
nights.
Obviously the drinks package,
Yeah.
it does go well.
Yeah.
Probably could do a bit better MC,
Yeah,
but
MC.
Okay,
yours
there is.
truly.
Yeah, who puts that together? Who
be
works
perfect.
all week on that? I
Yeah.
do. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome. Fuck, it takes me forever to do that. Anyway, yeah, I know, easy bite. But good night. But you cleaned up again, mate. Best and fairest, slip a trophy. Fuse in a row been short to our little mate Ryan, and you got one.
yeah, thanks Rian Stowers for not playing this year. No, that for me that's probably like obviously the medal was cool in the game and stuff like that, but I think I said it on the night. I can't really remember too much of my speech, to be honest. It was late in the evening by that point, but when you sort of win an award that's voted on by your teammates, it obviously means a little bit more.
100%.
It's sort of the guys you're going into battle with every week, the guys that are there through the highs and lows, through the trenches at training where Hino's got us doing 50-metre pick and drives, whether you're a back or a forward, and to sort of collect those votes and come away with that award was obviously sort of put a cherry on top of how that week was and how big that week was, and sort of someone that was very much hurting at those awards sort of gave me a second lease of life to to go back to celebrating and enjoying the night.
Yeah, it was special. Very fun. Finn's is a good venue. I quite went to Finn's after. I haven't been there.
I
Good
was
have been
spot.
to Finn McCool's.
I was pushing that from sort of midweek
Finn
when
McCool's
everyone was trying to figure out
Yeah.
where we were going to go afterwards.
Big.
And I
Yeah.
just, before speaking to anyone, I just started circulating. We're going to Finn McCool's. Upstairs, the little
Yep.
terrace bit. I was like, there's booths up there. We'll take over that. It was good.
Look, I've never been there sober, but I tell you what fascinates me. The bro on the fiddle.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of the fiddle.
The guy on the, I know it's an Irish one. I sit there, I reckon, for at least an hour of the time I'm there and just watch the bro on the fiddle
Going hard.
100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Going, that is so impressive.
Yes, it is. There we go. 2025. We started here together at the start of the year. And we were 1-4, and look where we ended up.
3-7.
Pretty cool story.
Yeah, we
Very
sucked,
cool.
and then we sucked a little less.
Probably enjoy it a couple more weeks,
Yep.
and then obviously the focus switches to next year's plans. And I think Hino put it a good point in his speech and awards. It's easy to conquer, but it's harder to rule. So if we want to do it again, I think we're going to have to obviously look at personnel. A few boys have been lucky to pick up opportunities elsewhere from this occasion, and look where we might need to build some depth, where we need to improve, and get ready to do it all again next year. Which is funny coming from someone that was talking about retirement early in the year.
So was he. There we go. I love that. Final word from you two. Well done. Congratulations. All very proud of you. Now let's talk about a bit of professional rugby, boys. Switch gears a bit. It's been a big weekend. The Wallabies 28-24 over Argentina. Big balls from Harry Wilson. He backs his side and they get it done. Hell of a game.
Say,
Yes.
was there much promotion about it being...
In Townsville?
No, not Townsville. Being an earlier kickoff.
No, I put it on by mistake.
Pardon?
I put it on by mistake.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had to go back and rewatch the game too. Obviously,
It's because 2-9 NRL following.
yeah,
That's why.
I didn't know, and I was sort of thinking maybe I didn't follow along because I was everywhere but nowhere last week. So I might have missed all the media about it during the week, or people complaining in the comments, or whatever else comes with it. But I actually had no idea, and then I got a text from someone saying, "Wallabies on way back." Might have been my dad, and I was like, "Back where from Townsville?" Had no clue.
You're right.
that
'Cause normally
kicked off.
they follow the All Blacks game at 5. So 7:30 kickoff.
Yeah, so I knew the All Blacks are at 5, and I timed my sleep until like 2 p.m.
Yep.
I didn't actually do that, guys. So I was like, oh, sweet. And then I chucked it on. There was like 20 to play. And I was like, how have I missed 60 minutes of this game?
It's because Channel 9 want to put on free to wear, and then the slot they had was 2 p.m. because the league was on.
Yeah, which I think is great. I love a
100%.
daytime game. I
Yeah.
just didn't know if there was much promotion about it
Yeah.
because I actually had no clue.
There you go. To be fair, you weren't really on Cloud 9 last week.
No, you didn't know.
I was on Cloud 9.
No, you weren't on Cloud 9. We weren't here.
No, I was on a different planet.
But yeah, that last 20, what'd you make of it? Pretty impressive because they were down 21-7 at halftime.
Yeah, and I think it's it's showing the belief that's in that team at the moment. The Wallabies of old might have folded or fallen over
Take
at
the
that
draw.
point.
Yeah.
Not even take the draw, just
Oh, before then.
get blown out. To see them sort of fight back, I thought Suoli'i and Iketel were immense in that midfield. I think Iketel's going to be a big loss at this end-of-year tour.
Yeah.
I think he's growing into that 12 jersey, but still part of me wants to switch them. I still think Suoli'i plays more like a 12, the way he runs lines and whatnot. But, yeah, they obviously got them on the front foot. They got impact from the bench. Say Nongo, shout out on almost scoring a try.
So if he
One day you're going to win me
if
money.
he accelerated more, if he called that on the full, on the bounce, he would have scored that.
You're laughing, but he was
I
accelerating.
actually heard the commentator say Nongo, and I was trying to find him on the screen, still trying to find his big buffy head.
I thought he had it. He
The
just
human thumb.
Yeah. Looks like an East Islander head.
That was his moment, I thought.
Is that racist?
No, it's different.
Okay. What was your take on this in the final moments, Jordy?
The final moments, yeah, I love the decision to actually go for it. I think, as Tyler just said, it shows a massive change in the directness in which the Wallabies are trying to play in and the belief they have in that squad. So yeah, I think going for the corner, obviously it was the right result, but even before it pulled off, I was sitting there going, they're feeling something.
Did you see Wilson when he said it? He gets behind. Yeah, let's fucking
he
go. Like, get the
fucking
boys.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm very much someone that's like that too, that starts like, needs to just yell to get myself up.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even yelling to get the team up. It's yelling to get yourself up because you know your first job, like for him, is probably going to be something in the line out or a carry off the line out.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. And I think World Cup, you probably take those points because you have extra time.
Yeah.
But I think it was a good moment for Aussie to practice games where they might be even also down 5-0.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what you're starting to learn is the rugby championship isn't the end goal for them at the moment. I think their end goal is the 2027 World Cup. Mm-hmm. And I think that was a step in the right direction of learning how to win those tight games. Because how many times have you seen over the last 10 years that they've let a game like that slip away and haven't won it because they weren't critical in the final moments.
Yep, I agree. Iketel, one of the best centers in the world. Do you agree with me yet?
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah.
He's money.
It's not that I don't think he's one of the best.
But, well, did you think it now?
I don't think he's number one, no.
Top 3?
Well, he's not a 13 anymore.
Best 12?
I don't
He's
know.
done well to
I'd
learn a
still
new role.
put- I think he's doing well. I'd still put Geordie Barrett in front of him.
Yep.
I'd still put Deleande in front of him.
Bundy?
It's Bundy. This is Sione Tuipulotu.
There's a bit of depth, eh?
There's a bit of depth in that 12 jersey.
Yeah.
13, I think he has a bit more of a chance.
Yep. anyway, they're going well.
They're going well.
It's good to see. Let's go across the ditch. The All Blacks, 24-17,
Can't break the
51
curse.
games, defend the fortress. It continues. Artie's 100th game. You must have been stoked about this.
Yeah, I actually had to watch this because my idiot brother put a farewell dinner on at the same time the All Blacks kicked off. It's not happy
I
with
remember
him.
you telling me this. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had this up on my phone at the dinner. Very rude at this dinner, but I was also hungover, so it worked out perfectly.
Yep.
But yeah, obviously a good performance. Came out of the gates firing. I actually think we left a lot of points out there. I think obviously a change up earlier. Monty Natawa looked really good for his 5 minutes on the field.
Yep.
But it's a
Good try.
great step in the right direction. And one thing that I noticed from both teams is, when teams respect each other, when it's a normal normal TRC game, and the amount of homework that was done. So you look when South Africa tried to do the midfield maul, for example, and Scott Barrett and Tupou Vai just come flying in the side. Fully legal, by the way, because no maul is formed.
Yep.
So they've obviously done their homework on that. All Blacks at line-out time. I don't know how many line-outs they stole. I thought our locks were our best players on the field. They were outstanding, both Barrett and Tupou Vai. And I just love the chirp going between the two teams too.
It's
A
the
lot of
best.
clap. And I know people start complaining about, look at the carry-on, there's no respect in the jersey anymore. And it's like,
I think there's plenty of respect.
no, I just think those are guys that are passionate and guys that are finally showing their personality for once, which is going to just increase the growth of the game.
Geordie, I come to you. Finlay Christie, obviously not the ideal first choice at 9. What is your take on him?
Yeah, I think they're really struggling in that
Obviously
role at the moment.
did enough, I guess, but not
His
there.
box kicking was awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it made it hard.
Cam Roigard plays, I think 2 or 3 of those tries get scored.
Yeah, there's a big gap between those two.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on at the moment with in World Rugby with number 9s, but seems
Stay
like
healthy.
yeah, everyone's getting short.
You're right.
So yeah, it
Gordon.
might be something in the water. But yeah, I think obviously I think the All Blacks are taking the same approach where the TRC is not the end of it, and I'm hoping they're kind of just sort of trialing and seeing who can fill those roles when it comes to sort of the pointy end of everything. But yeah, I think he's got a fair way to go before people start getting happy with him. And we know what the New Zealand media is like when it comes to footy. If you're not MVP, you shouldn't even be on the field. So he's definitely getting a lot of shit. Like everything going on social media, like he's been copping it.
I don't think it's just from that game.
No, it's not.
I don't think he's been in form for a little bit. And he did have a couple of good years when the Blues pack was dominant. But the All Blacks pack's never going to be dominant against South Africa. They're just going to compete.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, who do you put in?
We don't have anyone.
I know.
Cortez is
Was
out.
it Preston on the bench? You had a
Yeah,
young
Preston.
fella?
But that's
Yeah.
the thing. We're down to our 4th string.
Yeah.
So Noah Hotham apparently will be back this week. But
When's Roigard back? What's the timeline on that? Do you know?
I don't know. It keeps changing. I thought
Yeah,
he
it
was
does.
back for South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tough one.
Will Jordan, obviously a bit of chat about when Damien came on and like what do they do moving forward with their back 3. I personally think you've got to have Jordan at 15.
D-Mac was good, and Jordan was still great on the wing. I actually think he's the world's best winger when he's out there.
So you're
he just
saying-
happens to be close to being the world's best fullback too.
Yeah.
So what are you doing then? What's your best?
This week,
Well, yeah, I guess generally.
or it depends. Obviously, we've won one against South Africa. We're going into another one. If we want to win again, I think our best bet is D-Mac at 15 and Will Jordan on the wing.
Okay.
But I think it's also an opportunity maybe to
What do
see
you do?
if Caleb Clark's got his form back.
Yeah.
I'd love it to be Lester Whanganuku.
It will be. Do you think he's a long-term winger?
100%.
Yeah.
He could be our long-term 13.
True. Yeah.
I think that's going to be up
Yeah,
for
right.
debate next year. Do you go, here you go, Leroy Carter, here's your chance? He's another one that's obviously in that equation. Do you go, Ruben Love, here's your chance to start at fullback? There's a lot of questions that can be asked, but we don't know the answers until we see the team list, because it's just whether the All Blacks are going to go for blood and go 2-0, or the All Blacks are going to maybe give someone a go and see if their Super Rugby form translates into test level.
So moving forward, you're saying Will Jordan should be a winger heading to the
Not
World
moving
Cup?
forward.
No.
Moving forward, he's a fullback.
Okay.
But with what's available this week,
Right.
whether they bring Sevu Reece back in, who hasn't had his best test games in Argentina, Monty Nuttall was obviously out, whether they give Leroy Carter a debut,
Yeah.
someone I think that would relish that breakdown challenge against Cheslin and stuff, and whether we find a high ball specialist to put out there, a lot of questions. Tavatavanawa is another one's obviously in the equation. I don't know what they're going to do, but
We'll see.
interesting to see.
I think it's a case of it's not who's our best fullback, it's who's our best winger that we can put
To
into
build
that
around
position at
them.
the moment.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you could chuck either of those two at fullback and they're arguably two of the best fullbacks in the world when they're on, and they're fucking on 90% of the time.
Yeah.
It's just, who do you take? Who do you put in that spot? Whereas I feel like if you have D-Mac and Will Jordan on the field at the same time, put Will Jordan to the wing, keep D-Mac at 15, you're still going to get the best of both while having two of the best rugby players in the world on the field.
Just the only issue is with D-Mac being Will Jordan doesn't get as much ball as he probably would at fullback.
Yeah.
And I think the more ball you put in one of your best players' hands, the better it is for the team. So that's the other issue of moving Will Jordan to the wing. But I will say D-Mac, I thought he was very good under the high ball.
Yes.
I think that was a point of difference. And when you're playing a team like South Africa, your focus needs to be on the high ball.
I agree. The final point in this game will be Artie Savir. Is he the most unbelievable human you've ever seen in your life? Honestly.
Outside of Jordan and Nack, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Outside of Dan Boardman.
Yeah.
Anyone that can play rugby, run a marathon the next day, and then go on a 5-day bender is a great human.
Yeah, amen. But Artie, a bit of aura about that man.
Yeah. He's just, everything he seems to do just turns to gold at the moment. Like, he's killing it.
The steal at the end.
Yeah.
Just not rugby-wise, but just what he does for, obviously, the Pacific Island community. The way he embraces his fans, the way he's sort of broken the stigma around how rugby players should act. Like, obviously, he does the TikToks, he does stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's obviously a leader on the field as well, and a lot of people obviously argue for him to be captain, but he supports Scott Barrett because it's sort of the type of person he is. And for him to have that moment in his 100th test, I think is a bit poetic in a way, and just couldn't have been anyone else. I don't think anyone else could do it, but because it was Artie, it just made it a bit more special. And then seeing him wearing his cap, and I think another good thing I've seen, I don't know if you've seen the clip of his daughter running up and yelling out to Sia Khaleesi, Uncle Sia.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool too, and it shows like his values and the family man. And obviously he's probably one of the most brutal players on the planet, but you see the respect between players too. So yeah, real stoked he got that moment in his 100th test.
Unreal. All right, let's go to England now. The Women's World Cup, boys. The quarterfinals are decided. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to run through each of the quarters. I'll give you the spread.
New Zealand.
Cool.
They're playing South Africa, aren't they, in the first quarter?
They are. The line's 40.5. NZ in the spread box.
40 and
I
a
know.
half.
Here's your number.
Yeah, New Zealand to cover.
I'll join you.
The gap between player teams is ridiculous. There's like 3 teams and everyone else.
Yeah, okay.
Good. Australia made it, the quarterfinals. That's exciting.
Didn't they get licked, though, by someone?
Yeah, but they
It's a
got
bit weird.
So it's probably a poor choice of words.
tough on the show. England
They
destroyed
did that.
them.
Yeah, they got pumped.
Yeah, they did. They did.
England's so good.
They got beaten very badly by
Yes.
somebody.
They got
Excellent.
licked
Yeah.
They did.
everywhere.
Okay. They play Canada now, the Canadians. $1.05, the Canadians.
Canada.
Australia's $8.
$1.05 is
24.5 your number. You're saying Canada, but
Canada, Aussie to cover.
no, I got Canada spanked.
Canada,
Canada was
yeah.
good.
Canada, Aussie to cover. Believe in your team.
Okay.
Nah, Canada and Canada.
We'll see. France $1.07, Ireland $7. The line's 22.5.
Why this?
Fringe.
What is the? What are the?
Mate, the
Polish
gap
doing?
is-
There's 4 teams. Really, there's 3 teams.
Just 3, really, yeah.
It's insane. Is this even worth having a conversation? Can we just book the? Everyone's
Grand final.
yeah, everyone's out by like $6.
We'll just, okay, there's 3 teams. We're fighting
Upset.
for it.
Let's put $20 on Aussie.
Yeah.
Bet of the
$8.
week.
There you go.
Donations.
England and Scotland. The line's 40.5.
England to cover.
Scotland to win.
Oh, there we go. I like it.
England's so good.
Yeah,
bro.
I know England are gun.
So you think it's going to be it's New Zealand, Canada, and England? You'd think it'd be New Zealand, England final.
Yeah, who
I'm gonna go New
crosses over
Zealand.
with
Don't
who?
know.
I'm gonna go New Zealand Canada final.
I want,
Nah. England's in there, man.
I think it's England, New Zealand.
I think New Zealand, Canada will cross over because they were ranked 2 and 3.
Oh, okay.
It depends what the rankings were when
Yeah,
the World
yeah,
Cup
yeah.
draw.
I
was
think
done.
I think New Zealand will play Canada in the semi for
Yeah,
sure.
I think that's the way
Okay.
it's situated. I don't know when they did the because they do it off the RRB rankings. I think a year post World Cup.
Right.
Only small issues whether New Zealand was still on top.
True.
But if New Zealand plays Canada, I think it'll be New Zealand, England.
Well, that's the best case scenario for the comp.
Yeah.
That's what everyone wants. It'll be a
Yeah.
good game. Sweet.
No,
All right.
actually, I reckon Canada getting through.
Yeah,
They're not
that-
playing New Zealand.
That would be good.
I wanna see
bet
Canada win.
England,
That'd be
I'd be
great.
so happy.
Yeah.
They just show a bit of expansion in the game on a global scale.
I agree. Love it. All right.
words.
That was good, mate. Let's go back to the TRC. It continues this weekend. Australia, $1.45. Argentina, $2.75. The line's 5.5. 40,000. Sold out already. 2:15 again. Saturday afternoon in Sydney. What do you think here?
I reckon Aussie do it. What's the line?
5.5.
Aussie cover.
I'm gonna go RG
Yeah, this is a game that Argentina
because I
wins.
not that we did this last week, but if we had done this, I would have backed RG, and up until obviously the 80th minute, RG had it.
I think they played their game. And I think Aussie does it and Aussie covers.
Okay.
A team with that much belief,
Yep.
back them.
You like it. Remember Argentina lost to New Zealand the week after?
That's
They
why I
beat
think
New
they've
Zealand.
had their,
You reckon, that's
they've
their
had
moment.
their game.
Okay.
Remember when they did it? They beat the Lions and they went like lost to England's second team.
True.
That's what I'm saying.
They're in a hole. There'll be plenty of Argies in Sydney, that's for sure. The support is pretty good from
Shout out Tommy
Argentina.
Grant.
Yep, the great man. I'll go Australia 1-12 to win a close one. Let's go New Zealand $1.52.
What was your line pick, mate?
Aussie cover. Yeah, I'll join you. New Zealand $1.52. The Springboks $2.55. The line's 4.5. This one is in Wellington, boys.
I hate when we play at Wellington.
It's not great.
Love
is
all
it?
my Wellington people.
Yep,
Shout out to Rian. But we suck at the Cake Tin.
not great.
We just do not have a good record there. But I think this game's interesting because obviously South Africa are they've slid down the rankings to third now. They're a team that's obviously looking to catch a scalp and show everyone they're still the South African team. But on the flip side, New Zealand lost 6 straight to South Africa. And I think there was a bit of panic around that South Africa was too good for us to beat.
Yep.
And that win will take a bit of weight off the shoulders and let them play a bit more freely this week. So both teams have plenty to play for. Talked about the rivalry and everything that comes with it. I've got to stay loyal to my boys.
Okay,
I'm going to go New Zealand to win. What's the line?
4.5.
New Zealand to cover. I just don't see it being that close of a game.
Geordie.
So it'd be like 21-12 or something. You know what I mean?
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I like the thinking. I'll go New Zealand to win, New Zealand to cover as well. I think, obviously,
It could be like 21-26.
it could be.
It's going to be close,
yeah.
but I just think 4's too low of a line.
There we go.
I think after last week with Artie 100, obviously with everything going up, they're building into it. I think they're feeling. I'd be feeling good.
Yep,
So yeah, New Zealand to win.
I like it. I'll go the box bounce back. Cake Tin curse.
Go.
South Africa plus the points. All right, let's change gears here. NFL kicked off today or over the weekend.
Kicked off last Thursday, mate.
Tough. Well, I haven't seen you since then.
Last Friday. Thursday night football, sorry.
Tough day for Rian again today.
Just pause while we're talking NFL. Can we just talk about Ohio State beating Texas? You didn't want to.
I was going to
bring
get
it
to college, but
up.
yeah.
Going to get there? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, tough start for my fantasy football.
Mm.
Had Burrow and Chase was my first pick, and he got 3 points.
Can we discuss that Sunday night football game? Bills Ravens.
What a game!
Is it the most crazy thing you've ever seen in
Also
your life?
cost me because Ravens are my D, and they got me negative points.
There you go. It was
yeah, it was
40
done.
to 25 or something.
In the fourth.
Yeah,
And Josh Allen,
unbelievable.
putting his hand up for another MVP season. Mate, it must suck being him.
Josh Allen.
6'5", making millions, playing quarterback, married to Haley Steinfeld.
Tough.
It's like Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
6'6", on a $150 million contract.
Madison
now dating
Beer.
Madison Beer.
Yeah.
You know what he doesn't have though? He's never gone through adversity.
You know what he doesn't have? One of these.
Yeah, I think so. That. Doesn't have a chip.
Yeah.
That's where I thought you were going with that. No, but tough life being an NFL.
Yeah, that'd
Quarterback.
suck, I guess.
NFL Week 1 takeaways. What'd you like, Geordie?
Spitting.
Yeah, the dude who spat on him.
Yeah, what's
First thing he says to us when we walk in.
Yeah.
That's what I
What's
was
the
like.
bro spitting?
Okay, look, I'm trying real hard to get up to speed, and I'm actually I am learning.
No,
slowly.
that's what we do the pod. It's good.
Yeah. But it's been kind of coming up my socials a little bit.
Yeah, like
This
who
week.
spits on someone?
Yeah, and before the game as
Apparently
well.
Dak spat first.
It's like
Right.
And you look at the camera angle, it kind of does look like he spits first.
Okay.
he
Is that how it works though?
It literally hit him like on
Double
the chin,
spit?
right in front of the officials. So
It's assault,
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
like by law.
Yeah. Gross.
On my 5 takeaways. Should we see if I got 5?
Yeah, what you got?
All right. 1.
Let's do a new segment.
Packers are legit.
Yes.
All right, round 1. I know I've been rogue. Ronnie Cuffy's going to roast me. He'll flame me. 'cause
Jordan
he's a
Love,
big
mate.
Packers guy, but
Yeah, big
not
fan.
just that, their D. I think Micah Parsons is a great pickup.
Got a sack?
So rating that. 2. Bengals will struggle if they don't work out their O-line. Joe Burrow was running for his life. I know Garrett's chasing after them.
Running for his life.
Poor guy. Big Joe Shiesty, man, but I just don't see how you perform when you're running for your life.
Yep.
3. Chiefs don't make the Super Bowl this year.
Chiefs, do you reckon Chiefs make the finals?
I think they make playoffs.
Okay.
You've still got Patty Mahomes.
Right.
You've still got good play. They'll find a groove. I just don't think they're going to be in the Super Bowl. I think they're worse than the team last year.
All right. 4.
4. Rams will be a playoff team again. I think they win
Rate
that
that.
division.
Yep.
5. Get on the Ohio State train. Tampa Bay got themselves a dog at wide receiver. And Iguba. Iguba, what's his name? Iguba?
That's not right, but
Yeah, sorry.
it's that guy, yeah.
EGKUBA.
Uber? I can't remember. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry for pronunciation, but he is.
He's a real deal.
And the best part is, first NFL game, he goes to the huddle. He goes, "We're running this. I'm running a post route. It scores the game-winning touchdown."
Bang.
Like, love seeing the Buckeye boys.
On the
play
other
well.
side, Miami could be dead.
Miami stuffed.
They look terrible.
They're terrible.
Saints terrible.
Terrible.
We've got the Colts got a good win. First win in a long time in round 1 for them. That's good.
Yeah, who'd they play?
Miami.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be any good.
Miami suck.
Cam Ward's in for a long year.
Yeah.
I think he had 7 passes bounce off receivers' hands.
Tough.
Which is, he's got some pretty good receivers too, which is a bit worrisome.
I think the Bears will be better.
No.
Yes, they'll win some games. They'll be better this. They looked all right today, and they fell apart. Real bad.
They fell apart.
Yeah.
I don't think Caleb Williams is who people thought he was going to be.
Okay. Can we touch a bit of college? High State, going good. Knocked over Texas.
Best receiver in the league.
Yep, looking sharp.
Best receiver in the nation.
Who'd you play on the weekend? Someone.
Oh, we put 70 on
Nobody.
Nobody.
Oregon, we're flying. Do you have a team yet, mate?
No. You played the team with the Australian punter.
No, they played Texas 2 weeks ago.
That's true, but I'm not sure they play on the weekend.
They played just gone.
Did they?
Isn't there an Australian punter in the other team? They got pumped, but he
it would have been him.
he was laying people like
Right.
He
Well,
put
they
a
lost
punt
by
up.
70.
Yeah, put it.
There you go.
Proper punt downfield. All the commentators like, fuck, unreal punt, blah blah blah, and then ran it back, got through the D, and he was the last line of defense, and he absolutely
that.
smoked a
Yeah.
bloke.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
there you go.
I didn't realize it was against Ohio State, though. Yeah,
Neither
cool.
did I.
yeah.
Georgia, Tennessee this week. That's the big one this weekend.
Georgia smoked them, I reckon.
Should be good.
I always feel like Tennessee is just that team that everyone always, they're going to be
hype.
good this year, and they've
Just
never
mid, yeah.
have they ever won one.
Well, they have, like, years
Years
ago. With
ago, right?
Manning.
That's right. Yeah,
Um,
that guy's I think in a bit of trouble.
Arch. Yeah.
Too much stigma about how good he's going to be. It's obviously awful against
It was
Ohio.
his first proper start, really.
He started like 4 or 5 games
But
last
against,
year.
like, shit teams.
Yeah, but like, he didn't still look that good
Mm.
in the game against a pretty poor team.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the name's helping him a little bit, but also put too much pressure on him.
Yeah, I agree. Anyways,
Bama going down to
Florida State.
Florida State. That was huge.
yeah.
Shout out Keon Tupu.
Yeah, he texted me.
Big
He actually messaged
Florida
me.
State man.
Yeah, he was loving it. Good to see. All right, we'll change to NRL quickly. Finals week 1. Let's do rapid fire. Storm.
Shout out. Hang on. Can we just talk about the Wires situation?
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't change the game time for them.
So there's actually.
Wait, what?
I was talking about sound on the radio. It's actually the Wallabies' fault why this happened, because it's the Wallabies are at 2 into the Warriors into the rugby league after.
Right.
That's
the
why.
Warriors are on like 4.
So they're 4:05. All Blacks are 5:05.
So at 5:05, everyone's gonna go.
Yeah, that's
So if
rough.
you want to watch the first half of the All Blacks, you have to miss the end of the Warriors game.
Oh.
But I actually think who are they playing?
Panthers.
I think they're gonna get pumped.
Gonna get
Love the Wires. I just think we've had too many injuries to like Mitch Barnett, massive loss. Luke Metcalf, like Tanner Boyd, just not firing.
yeah.
And the Panthers are still a dynasty.
Mate, they're
They've
looking.
lost
They
a
could
lot,
win
but
it from
they-
outside the
Pronounced
4.
dynasty.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think both fly. Do you see there was a NRL's investigating a Warriors chat room? 35,000 Warriors fans about trying to find they found the Panthers hotel, and between 1 and 4 a.m. on Saturday morning, go loud, go start fireworks, all this.
I like it.
Throw eggs.
Did the
I like
Panthers
it.
fall all the way down to 8th?
Not 8th. They're not. Are they 4th?
No, because Broncos got into the top 4.
Maybe they're 5th.
Yeah, then Wires will be 5th.
Because they're in an elimination final, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But normally 5 plays 8. They must have slipped to 6 and 7. Those
Must
two
have.
teams. 6, 7.
Yeah. Anyway, Storm doggies.
Storm.
Storm.
Oh no, doggies.
You reckon?
I don't know. Storm just Jerome Hughes still out.
He's gone. Yeah. They've gone Wishart at 7,
Oh no. Oh,
and they got no Pap as well.
Yeah,
I know.
true.
Doggies upset.
Yeah,
Huge.
okay. Yeah, doggies.
I'll go Storm. New Zealand Panthers. All on the Panthers.
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 Sharks Roosters.
So the Sharks must have got into 5th. Roosters only just snuck
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the 8.
Yeah, sharp.
Roosters.
I think Roosters. They're flying
Really?
They're flying. Oh, they're like this, but they've been flying
lately.
more.
Mark
More
Downey to
like
Wasi. on absolute heater. And then Raiders Broncos to finish down in Canberra.
Raiders.
I'll go Raiders.
Go Bronx just to
See.
back a home team.
Walsh might be out.
I saw that. He went down to
I
that.
saw.
He'll come good.
Nah, there was a thing on
Too much
the news
toilet
tonight.
water.
They were going, who's like, no, he's playing.
100% he's playing.
Full credit to him for embracing that situation.
Yeah.
Personally, regardless if it's a brand new toilet,
He digs his own hole, though, doing this
the
stuff.
pipes are never new.
Yeah.
The toilet water still goes through the same pipes. Like, personally, never
still
drinking out of
gross.
a toilet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless if you just put it in that day, I don't think the pipes were put in that day, buddy.
Rugby league, mate.
But,
Yeah, it is proper rugby
Nah,
league.
full. I like the try. Like, I liked him embracing it a little bit because he does cop a lot of heat, but at the same time, he obviously
He does it to himself.
puts a big
Yeah.
target
I
on
reckon
it.
he's just got a really good, like, PR firm behind him or something, and they're just like, you know what, any publicity is good publicity. Go out.
I think they've just given up.
Just
Oh,
be,
yeah,
just,
it's a lot.
just be,
I reckon he's a PR nightmare.
just be rugby league, and we'll just get as
Mate,
much of the
imagine
brand as
being
possible.
the Broncos PR.
He's also the face of
between-
like Musashi and stuff at the moment as well. Like
He's
he's
the
on,
face of the comp, really. Him
Yeah.
and Cleary, really.
But, like,
Oh, yeah,
imagine
you'd
being
be-
the Broncos PR.
Yeah.
just
You got Payne Haas, and obviously, like,
Yep.
he gets into a bit of shit, and obviously the family around him. You've got freaking Reece Walsh, who seems to be involved in something every couple of weeks.
Ezra.
You've got Tony Staggs.
Ezra, yeah.
Tony Staggs sucking toes every second weekend.
Play on.
You got Ezra Mam, who's almost killing people while still intoxicated and drugged out of his mind.
Yep.
Like, imagine trying to be
They-
the person controlling
they
it.
would come to work on a Monday morning
Imagine
and
this
just
is-
be like,
that's your hit list.
"Oh, God,
But imagine you're walking on Thursday morning, toilet water, Reece Walsh.
Yeah.
How do I handle this? Excellent.
midweek,
Yeah.
midweek drinks was it?
What a nightmare. Yeah. No thanks.
I mean, I can't get around it.
Yeah.
Not the toilet water, but
You-
yeah,
you
It's
would.
definitely something you
Yeah, that's,
Monday, mate.
that's on you for sure.
yeah.
It's a bit of you.
Mad Monday's different though.
Also, if we look to wrap up, your favorite concept starts this weekend. Super Rugby Australia. Do you know this?
Big shout out to Harrison Usher.
Yes, in the Reds team.
Yep,
Hope he gets to start.
yep.
So we got Waratahs Force Friday night and the Reds Brumbies Sunday.
Shout out to the Tars. Really enjoyed that they took a big bulk of club players
They
but
did.
promoted
Did
it.
they?
Taking heaps of super.
So they
shoot
put
boys.
like 7 or 8 of the shoot boys that played well, brought them in, but they actually promoted the boys they took from the
Yeah.
club comp.
Good.
Reds obviously named their team, and there was a couple in there with Cohen and stuff like that, but they haven't done the same sort of promotion. But it was just good to see the promotion side of things.
Yeah.
And it's awesome to see club guys or guys from clubland actually getting an opportunity
crack.
up there.
Yeah, it showed a really strong link.
Is there
I
any?
like the genuine clubland ones though.
Yeah.
Your Cohen Herberts that weren't on like pre-contracts. Yeah. Well, Theo
Well,
Thorey's
Cohen's
obviously
capped the
been
Reds
in
though,
that.
isn't he?
Yeah, but he got that cap through clubland.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was
True.
a junior.
Like, the
obviously,
pipeline.
there's few that have come in, but they've been in the system the last couple of years. So
Mm-hmm.
seeing a couple of boys that go into either teams. Usher was in the system but fell out of favour the last 2 years.
Yep.
See him work his way back in there is awesome. So, yeah, it's just good to see club players getting a chance to hopefully put their hand up and hopefully not just be tackle bag holders the
Yeah.
whole 4 weeks.
I was talking to someone on the Reds on Sunday. And I said, "Man, I'd love to see give you a crack in that comp." Not that they'd give you less money than what you make now to do
Yeah,
it.
less-
Yeah,
it's
That's the
zero.
hard part. I
Yeah.
heard Usher
Zero
say
money.
he doesn't get
Is it?
paid.
Oh, it's top, no money.
Zero
He
money.
gets paid at the end.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, it's a bit easier to take someone who's 20 years old. That,
I know, but it'd be so cool to see. I reckon, mate, you'd match
Oh,
it.
I'd love to obviously get the opportunity and have a go at it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're putting a lot on hold. And I'm probably in a blessed position where I don't have kids or rent.
Not that you know of.
No. Fuck. I don't have kids that are financially dependent on me.
Yeah.
So it'd be sort of, good to get that opportunity in a way. But obviously, I can understand other people that are sort of our age that have kids or have mouths they've got to feed, rent to pay, a bit more bills and whatnot, that probably would have to turn something like that down. Because we don't know. Maybe they offered to some other club boys.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah,
And
I don't
we'll
know.
never know because they obviously couldn't put their hand up to do it.
Who's the head coach? Is it still Les? Or
Yeah.
is it like Zane Hilton stepping up? Yeah.
Zane.
Zane Hilton. I think Les Kiss is in and out though.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's Zane.
A couple of picks. Waratahs Force. We've seen no teams, but
Force.
Tars.
yes. Reds
I'm
Brumbies.
going Force because I think they can have more of their proper squad.
Yeah, like Mac Grilly and
True.
stuff will play and all
That's
that.
my argument.
Yeah,
point.
I like it.
Which is kind of negates the point, but
Yeah, but like still,
whatever.
Reds Brums. Ballymore, Sunday Arvo, actually.
Brum Reds.
Pardon?
I have no idea.
I'm going to back the Reds just...
Yeah.
Nah, depends if Usher's playing or not.
Okay.
If Usher's playing, I'll back the Reds. If not,
I don't think he will be.
Brumson.
It'll be 7 Tonga.
Is Colin going to start?
Tonga
Do you
play
reckon?
hooker.
Do you reckon Colin will be at 7?
I hope they play him because they didn't play him in Tonga.
Yeah.
pretty much their Tongan squad is the team that they've picked for this Reds thing. Midfield will be Dre and Isaac Henry. Harry McLaughlin-Phillips will be 10, you'd assume. Jock Campbell at fullback, Lockie Anderson on the wing. They're going to have a pretty good team.
That's a good
yeah,
team.
Yeah, we'll
Reds.
have a good team.
Who'll be the other wing? Tim Ryan on the other wing.
Like Sururu and stuff we're playing.
Sidu at 6. Yeah, you got to go.
Tumang
Reds,
Allen,
yeah.
all those boys.
Tumang Allen, Seth will be.
Blake, Tonga
Massimo's
playing?
back.
Tonga's playing?
Yeah, so Tonga will probably play hooker. Because who's their loose heads? Who's been playing loose head for them? Trevor King's one. Aiden Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Reds. By plenty.
I like it.
I think Brumby's got too many guys out.
There we go, boys. We covered a lot there. Covered plenty. Wanted to deep dive into the game a bit more. It was an important moment to get through.
Childhood crush. Back with WWE.
Your childhood cross.
AJ Lee.
Back.
Back.
Didn't know that.
Turned on Saturday.
There you go. Wrestling wrap?
No.
No, okay.
Many a nights to
Absolutely
AJ
not.
Lee, mate.
Before we wrap up, what is next for you guys, boys? What's happening? How's your summer looking? Bit of sevens. I know you guys love some sevens. Did we
I
play
would
that?
rather. Actually, what I'm going to say, I probably can't say, but
Yep.
it's a strong no,
No.
to sevens. If anything, I might do some physio work with them
Cool.
just to be around. But yeah,
I'm blocking numbers.
Okay.
They
I'm not
always
playing.
call me Friday after a few beers.
Mm.
And I always just say yes. So
I reckon you play in one of the tournaments for sure.
I might play the Gold Coast one.
Yep.
I'm going to do the Māori.
Mm.
So I'm going to play in that Pacifica Cup, which I think is late October. So just something to obviously keep myself half fit so
Yep.
that when we do come around into, well, I probably won't go to preseason until January, that I'm at least functioning like half a human.
Yep.
But yeah, just that. And I've actually got so many weddings coming up.
Really?
It's actually going to be
Yeah.
There you
a bit
go.
of a blessing. We're at that age where people just want to get married.
Yeah. No thanks, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
How's your love life, Geordie?
Pretty quiet. Just,
There's a plug.
chipping away.
Clip
She
that.
got away.
How you going?
Great, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Don't wanna
it
share?
is.
No,
Okay.
Okay.
it's just sarcasm, boys.
Well, I'm in love,
It's hard to
so-
know with him, isn't it?
I'm in love.
Yeah, you are. We are. That's good. All right. Love your work.
Good licking.
We'll see you next week. And
Ban the sternum law.
they got licked.
Yeah. Yeah.